everybody, my name is Ann Gale, and today I am going to challenge you to a scavenger hunt. Do you know what a scavenger hunt is? Scavenger hunt is when you get a list of items and you are to go out in the world and see if you can find them. The scavenger hunt items that I'm going to give you today are just things you will probably find right around your neighborhood on your street. You need to ask your parents if you can do it, and they may want to go along with you, or maybe ask an older brother or sister to go with you. Or you may be old enough that you can go on your own. What I need you to do today is get a pencil or a crayon or a pen and a piece of paper, because I'm going to give you these items to write down and then give you the instructions on the scavenger hunt. So let's just pause for a minute and you go get a piece of paper and something to write with, okay? Alrighty, a couple of rules to tell you about. Number one, I told you about your parents, to make sure your parents are going to be with you or tell you it's okay for you to go on your own. The second rule is I need for you to make sure that when you find the item on the list, that you can just see it. You don't have to touch it. So for instance, if I asked you to find a door with a wreath on it, you don't have to go up to the door to see the wreath or anything. You can just see it from the street. The other thing is as always, you need to make really sure that you're aware of your environment. So watch for dogs or cars or trip hazards or anything like that. So just be real careful while you're out there. All right, are you ready for your list? All right, let's go. Now I'm going to write these on the screen, and so you can write them down. If you don't feel like you're fast enough, don't worry. You can always push the pause button and write slowly, but I'll show you how to spell it and everything. And then at the end, I'll post the list again. So if you still didn't get it, don't worry about it, because you can always see the list at the end. So the first thing I'd like you to find is a silver car. So you probably have a bunch of silver cars in your neighborhood, but I'd like you to find a silver car. Not a silver truck, a silver car. Okay? That's the first item. The second item I'd like you to find a person walking. So if you can just see somebody maybe taking a walk. You know how sometimes you might eat too much over the holidays, and a lot of people are out walking just to try and get those extra calories burned off. So look for a person walking. Okay, you got that? Number 3 is a fire hydrant. I would like you to find a fire hydrant. And remember, when you find it, just check it off or circle it or put a line through it, however you want to mark it off. Now keep in mind, you don't have to find these in order. So you may see the fire hydrant first and you may see a silver car later. So don't worry about that. Okay. The next thing I'd like you to find is a building or a house that has Christmas lights on it. They don't have to be lit. They just have to be somewhere on the house or the building. So a building with Christmas lights. That should be pretty easy this time of year. Okay. The next thing I'd like you to find is I would like you to find a box that somebody has taken out to the side of the road for the garbage man to pick up that had a TV in it. That might be a tricky one to find. You won't find that at every house. So, did you get that? A TV box that somebody is throwing away. The next thing I would like you to find is a cat. Do you have any cats in your neighborhood? Now, you may have a cat, but really, if we're strict in this game, you can't count anything at your house on this game. It's got to be things you find out in the world. So look for a cat that you see outside of your house. The next thing I'd like you to find is a mailbox that has the number 4 on it. Got that? a mailbox with the number 4. The next thing, I would like you to find a bicycle helmet. Now, if you're walking around your neighborhood, the most likely place you would see that is on somebody's head who is riding a bike. So keep an eye out for somebody who's riding a bike and see if they have a helmet on. Helmets are pretty important to make sure you're safe when you're riding your bike or one of those scooter things, whatever they're called, I don't know. But look for a bicycle helmet. I'd also like you to find a hose. Doesn't matter what color it is, doesn't matter if it's strung out across the lawn, doesn't matter if it's wrapped up on one of those hose storage things. So as you're walking around, if you're having trouble finding that, kind of peek up against the side of people's houses to see if you can see if they might have their hose there. That's where I keep my hose. And then finally, I would like you to find a basketball hoop. Perhaps you know some kids in your neighborhood who play basketball sometimes in their driveway, or maybe you have a church nearby that has a basketball hoop. Or a playground nearby. They usually have basketball hoops. So keep an eye out for a basketball hoop. So let me go through my list here and make sure I said it all. The box for the TV, the house or building with the Christmas lights on it, a silver car, a person taking a walk, a fire hydrant, a mailbox with the number 4 on it, a cat, a bicycle helmet, a hose, and finally a basketball hoop. Did you get all that? Don't worry, I'm going to show you the list again. So I'd like you to go out. Doesn't have to be today, it can be any day. Today's probably a busy day for you. But I want you to go out with your list and maybe a pencil or a crayon or whatever you have convenient, and see how many of these items you can find. Have fun, explore your environment, be observant. You'll have to be observant to find some of these things. Be safe and good luck.